All right, guys, it's me, Big Rick, and I'm here to talk to you about what I would do if I was the NBA with the New Orleans Pelicans and why I would go this route. But before I begin this video, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button down below, and also ring that notification bell so whenever I release a video, you are notified about it and you can come watch the new content. All right, so let's get to it. The Pelicans, they were originally the Charlotte Hornets, and when it came around, they were known as the New Orleans Hornets, and that was back in 2002 to 2003. Their attendance has never been anything spectacular. I think they had one good year. I think it was 2007, if I'm not mistaken, where they were up there as high as 15. But for the most part, if you go through, they are usually down in the low 20s. So look, 26, the year after being ranked 15th, even the year that they came to be 2002, 2003, let's look at 2003. You think you'd be excited because you got a new team in your city, but 19th, that's really not that great. And look, year that they drafted AD, 2012, they ended up 24th. Even the year after, let's look at 2013. Where are they? Pelicans, 29th, almost last. So, and now you got Zion Williamson on your team. I think that was drafted in 2019. You think that brings some more enthusiasm? And they're 25th. I can see why Zion wants out. Because look, let's go back to 2017. The Knicks were still a disaster, and we are ranked 5th. And the Pelicans are ranked 24th. Go back to another year. I'm a Knicks fan, so I'm going to use the Knicks. Knicks were ranked 3rd. Again, we were not that great of a team. Pelicans were ranked 21st. Go to 2015. If this thing switches over, Knicks are ranked 4th. Again, Knicks are not that good of a team. And they're ranked 24th. And to put it in perspective, right? They've had Chris Paul. He was there in 2007 when they had their best season, when they went 56-26. They've had AD, and now they have Zion. This is why this is a make or break year. Zion is hurt to begin the year. They need to win without Zion to prove to him that this team is good enough to stick around, because his rookie contract is up at the end of 2023. And there's talks that he might turn down that rookie extension. I mean, he's going to get paid no matter where he goes. He might choose a big market like New York. He's talked about how he loves playing in Madison Square Garden. His best friend, RJ Barrett, is there. I wouldn't be shocked if he goes to New York. Don't be shocked. The Knicks are going to have money by then to be able to sign him. And just him being in New York, all the advertising dollars that he will have, he's going to be loaded. So don't think just because, the rookie extension is so much money, why would he walk away from it? Well, because he can make money elsewhere. Trust me, he will make money elsewhere. So let's get back to it. So what would I do if I was running the NBA with the Pelicans? I would move them. And now where would I move them, though? Because there's only so many places you can move a team to. But I would relocate them back to a state that had a team before and lost them because they relocated. So now you can't go back to Charlotte because Charlotte already has a team. So that's out. Seattle would be a team I would think of, but I've been reading that they might expand the league to 32 teams, and Seattle is the front runner to get a team. If that's the case, then Seattle is out of the question. But Seattle makes absolute sense if I was going to relocate this team. If you're not doing expansion, Seattle is dead on the team to go. Seattle Supersonics were amazing. I never understood why they left. They belong. A team belongs in Seattle. Seattle needs to have a team for each sport. The Kraken are doing really well. They've been embraced by the city. New hockey team. You got the Seattle Seahawks, who are always doing well. The Mariners do well in attendance, even though they're not always the best team. Seattle is just a sports town, and they would do great. So here I took a map that I usually use to do political stuff with. I couldn't find one that would let me interact any other way. So don't think I'm trying to make a political thing out of this. It's not that I'm saying that Texas is going to turn blue in 2024. The Democrats are going to win with 351 electoral votes against 187. That's not what this is about. What this is the blue states are the ones that have NBA teams already. The red are the states that don't have NBA teams. So let's say, for instance, let's turn Washington blue because we're going to say that they got the Seattle team, the expansion team. So where else would I go? I obviously would not go to Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Nebraska, Iowa, or Kansas City. That's all out. So let's grade these out. Okay. Put them in a toss-up, I guess you could call it. Arkansas is out, Mississippi's out, Alabama, Tennessee, Kansas, Kentucky, West Virginia, South Carolina, New Hampshire, Vermont, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Delaware, and Maryland, and Maine. Okay, so that leaves 4 states up. That leaves Nevada, Missouri, Virginia, and New Jersey. Let's first start with Virginia. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Alaska and Hawaii. Okay, Virginia, I would not put a team in because Washington, D.C. is right there, and they have all 4 major sports teams. So by Virginia, that leaves 3 states. So that leaves Nevada, Missouri, and New Jersey. All 3 made big states. Now, let's start with Missouri. Missouri already had 2 NBA teams. Some of you are too young to even know this. They had 2. They had the Kansas City Kings, which are now the Sacramento Kings, and the St. Louis Hawks, who are now the Atlanta Hawks. The Kansas City Kings left in 1985, and the St. Louis Hawks left in 1968. So they have had basketball teams there. You have the St. Louis Cardinals. You have the St. Louis Blues there. I'm trying to think. Football team. I know they have a football team. I'm trying to. Oh, Kansas City Chiefs are there. So now you can add a basketball team there. So Missouri is a good candidate. I wouldn't rule them out. They used to also have the St. Louis Cardinals, the football team. I think that was what they were called before they moved. And they became the Arizona Cardinals. So Missouri would be a good place to put them. So let's move to Nevada. They just got the Las Vegas Raiders there. And you got the Las Vegas Golden Knights in hockey. All that's left is basketball and baseball. And if those 2 happen, you better own stocks in DraftKings because legalized sports gambling will be all over the United States and that stock will explode. Do I see it happening? No, I don't see it. So I'm going to gray it out. I just don't see the NBA stepping into there because of the whole sports gambling thing. So that leaves my home state of New Jersey and Missouri. New Jersey, when the Nets were there, New Jersey back the Nets. But, and this is the problem, I would love to see a team there again. But whenever I went to see the Nets, there was a lot more cheering for the opponents. So it was like if the Bulls came in, people were like, "Oh, Michael Jordan's here." You know, there was a lot of Bulls fans in New Jersey. New Jersey is kind of a weird state where there's a lot of people from other states that go live there. You would think it'd be the opposite. Like I live in California, and it's kind of the same thing as in New Jersey. Actually, a lot of the names of cities in New Jersey are found in California. There's a Linden, New Jersey. There's a Linden, California. There's a Newark, New Jersey. There's a Newark, California. It kind of blew my mind when I moved out here that they have the exact same, and they're pretty close to each other, which is how it is in Jersey. They're all kind of close to each other. So I don't know if we have a strong enough fan base that would rally behind a team in New Jersey. If I had to choose, though, you're so close to New York, and now you have two teams in New York. If you put a team in New Jersey, now you can create even more rivalry. Plus, you got the 76ers there. So now you have four teams that are pretty close to each other, and you can create some real good rivalry games, especially if the team in New Jersey becomes a good team. I would give the team to Jersey. I would. And I'm not trying to be a homer here. I would give it to Jersey just for the fact that, we did have one team leave us, Brooklyn Nets. But when the Nets were really good, when Jason Kidd was there, we had Richard Jefferson, and New Jersey did stand behind them. It's just when they were bad, we went to see them only because other teams, good players were there. But when they were good, we supported them. Missouri, they already had two basketball teams, and they lost them. I don't think we should give them a third team because they might lose them again. Maybe when they do another expansion, if maybe Seattle doesn't get the team, give it to Missouri, give it to St. Louis, But right now, I would say give it to Jersey. So that's my take on it. Let me know in the comments below where would you put the team? Would you put it in Jersey? Would you put it in St. Louis? Is there a state, or would you take a chance and put it in Vegas and make Vegas now have three teams, and all that's missing is baseball? I don't know. You guys let me know what you would do in the comments down below. But I'm out. That's my take on what should be done. All right. See you guys later.